What's up everybody, it's Rayman Gaming here. So of course we're in the holiday season right now, Christmas is getting very close. I hope I'm not too late with this video, but I've had lots of requests of people, asking me, Robin, can you recommend me some games to get for Christmas? So what I wanted to do with this video is pretty much give you a top 10 of PS4 games right now that you can get for under 20 bucks, for Christmas and stuff. So for this, I've pretty much looked at the American PlayStation Store. Keep that in mind if you live in other regions. Nonetheless, the prices are probably going to be quite similar across the board, so I just want to quickly put that out there. But yeah, everything here will be from the American PlayStation Store in dollars, but at the same time, you can probably get some of these games in on certain web shops or just retailers in general, I guess, for even cheaper, because we all know digitally is pretty much the most expensive way to buy our games most of the time. So keep that in mind. You can probably get a lot of these games for even cheaper than the prices I'll be mentioning in this video. Nonetheless, let's get into the list of the top 10 PS4 games you should get right now for under $20. So at number 10, I'm immediately starting off with a $20 game, $19.99, and that is The Order 1886. I think it is a very underrated game in a way. People criticize it, of course, for not being too lengthy, like there wasn't a whole lot of replay value to it, and that was very justified, but at the same time I think it was a great polished experience. It was a nice linear game. What was there was really well done. It just felt, very similar to, for example, a Naughty Dog game. Ready at Dawn did a great job with that. I had a blast with it. I beat it about 2 or 3 times, got a good 15 to 20 hours, out of it, and had a blast getting my Platinum Trophy for it. I would highly recommend you to get The Order 1886 for $19.99 if you hadn't already played it. So that's the one I put at number 10. So at number 9, I put Batman Arkham Knight, I would almost say an amazing open world game, really some insanely satisfying gameplay. I was very surprised by it because, many of you will know I'm not a big fan of superheroes. Particularly I'm not a big fan of Batman either, but the game really impressed me once again in its satisfying combat, in the great traversal, just flying over Gotham City. The game looks gorgeous, one of the best looking open world games on PS4, hands down. If you have not played Batman Arkham Knight and you want that open world fix, you can also get this game for $19.99 at this moment, so definitely get Batman Arkham Knight. At number 8, I put God of War 3 Remastered. This is actually a game that I think, the remaster came out last year. The game itself is of course from like 2010 on PS3, and the crazy thing about God of War 3 Remastered, I played it for the first time last year, and it's almost hard to tell that it is a PS3 game. Like, you do notice it in terms of texture quality and stuff, but at the same time there are some amazing boss battles in there. The scale is huge, really once again just a great linear game, great ending pretty much to that original trilogy, and of course to already get ready for the new God of War that's coming out in a year or so from now. Yeah, definitely make sure to still play God of War 3 if you had not already, because it's an awesome experience that you can also play at this moment for $19.99. Now at number 7, I've put a game that I haven't necessarily put that much, time into, but you really can, and it's a great game for a very, very cheap price. You can get this game right now for $7.50, if you, provided you do have PlayStation Plus. Want to quickly point that out. If you don't, it's once again going to be 20 bucks, but yeah, like I said, for $7.50 at this moment, you can get Driveclub. Of course, you have to be into racing games, but it is a great racing game, to be honest. Like, it has lots of content. What I played of it was great. The weather effects are, gorgeous. Like, if it's raining or stuff, it just looks insanely good. A game with some of the best graphics, with, like I said, a lot of content. It's a shame what happened to the studio pretty much, because they got closed down, but they definitely did deliver, a great product. They struggled quite a bit with getting it out there. It had, of course, a complete 1-year delay, but in the end it paid itself off, and there was a very big core community playing that game that really loves it, and for good reason, because it is a really good game. So at number 7, Driveclub for $7.50 if you have PS Plus. Then at number 6, this is a game that actually came out this year. My god, if you have not played this game, go get it right now. Seriously, I put it at number 2 for, my favorite games this year. Ratchet & Clank. It's only 20 bucks at the moment, $19.99 once again. What a game. Seriously, like, I was already a fan of Ratchet & Clank, but this reboot is just amazing. It's great fun. It's just satisfying combat once again, this one as well. Looks gorgeous. I don't know. know what to really say about that game. Like, if you've not played it, it came out at only 40 bucks already. You should have picked it up by then, especially after the great reviews it got. But now for 20 bucks, definitely, if you've not played that one this year, which I'm sure, you know, some of you will not have played it because it only did come out this year, then yeah, pick up Ratchet & Clank. So at number 5, this is a game that is honestly one of my favorite games on PS4. Technically it is pretty much, you know, I don't know if I should call it that. They don't call it, you know, they don't call the game that itself, but it is technically a remaster, I guess. It came out a few months before on PS3. It was Rayman Legends. My god, Rayman Legends is such an amazing platformer. I'm really a big fan of that genre. But that game, like, it's probably maybe even my favorite platformer of all time. And I've played great platformers like Super Mario World back in the days, which even, you know, I have great childhood memories of. But Rayman Legends, insanely good game. Like, and so many people did not buy that game. It really does deserve a sequel, but it didn't sell at all. You can get it at this moment for $17.99. It has these music levels where you pretty much, you know, what you're doing in the game reflects the music notes, you know, that are playing at that moment. Especially those levels I just loved, but in general, there's lots of content to it as well. It even includes some levels from the previous Rayman game, Origins. I cannot recommend this game enough, Rayman Legends. Definitely get it, especially if you're a, you know, fan of platforming games, hands down. $17.99, like I said. So at number 4, this is going to be a very safe bet, Last of Us Remastered. I mean, I don't know if there's really any people watching this video that have not played The Last of Us already. One of the best games of the last generation. You can also get this one at this moment for $19.99. A lot of these games do, you know, really get to that, I guess, border. But at the same time, 20 bucks for these amazing games is honestly crazy. What a ride. The story of Joel and Ellie, a Naughty Dog game. That's all I really have to say about it. Get The Last of Us Remastered. I don't know what you're doing if you have not played it already. So then at number 3, this is going to be another one of those type of games. Also 20 bucks. It's actually 3 of the most amazing games of last gen and 1. Uncharted Nathan Drake collection. I mean, I don't know. You know, everybody on this channel will have played Uncharted. That's pretty much a guarantee. I hope there's people watching this video maybe that don't know me. Maybe this is their first video they watch of me. And definitely if you've not played the Uncharted series, I also don't know what you're doing. For 20 bucks, you can play 3 amazing games. Drake's Fortune, Among Thieves, which is my favorite game of all time, and Drake's Deception, you know, all in one go. Get ready for Uncharted 4, get that game afterwards. It's gonna be, of course, you know, a bit more expensive, but holy shit is that worth it. You can play the entire freaking, you know, not trilogy, but 4 games for the price of 1 full game. That's honestly insane. Get Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, hands down. Start playing that, they're freaking amazing. So at number 2, you know, these games that are following now, I especially put on there because, you know, for their prices, they're even, you know, just cheaper than the $20 mark I was talking about right now with most of these games. At number 2, I put the Shadow of Mordor Game of the Year edition, which includes all of the DLCs that they released, and only for $13.99. This was my Game of the Year 2014. Once again, an open world game that has just insanely satisfying combat. The execution moves are brutal and crazy. It looks great. You know, the world's a little small and stuff, but it's the Lord of the Rings setting, which I myself am a giant fan of. Shadow of Mordor, you know, like I said, I've already been recommending it so much as well because it's, you know, been my Game of the Year 2014. Great game. Pick it up, especially for this price. There's nothing to be said about it anymore. And then at number 1, this is going to be a giant surprise, honestly, I think. I mean, if you know me, you do know I like this game, actually. I have played it quite a bit. I've beaten it. I'm still considering getting my Platinum Trophy for it, but when I saw that they are selling this game for only 10 bucks at this moment, $9.99, I was like, this just has to be my number 1. I put Bloodborne at number 1. What can I say? I was even surprised by it because I was a little scared by, you know, oh, is this game gonna be too hard? You know, people kept talking about the Souls games like is these brutal games not meant for anyone? But I gotta say, I had a good time with it. Like, and especially if you don't want to make it too hard on yourself, you can, you know, grind it out a bit. Like, you can just kill some enemies and go back and do that a couple of times, so you're leveling up a bit before you continue and stuff, and it makes it a whole lot easier. Hell, you can even get a co-op buddy joining you if you want to. That also makes it just a hell of a lot easier. So challenging, you know, yeah, if you're pretty much going to tackle it solo and you're going to constantly move forward, you're making it very challenging for yourself, and that's a choice you have, of course, and definitely go do that if you want that, but you don't necessarily have to always do that. And so in that way, I myself had a really good time with it, because every once in a while I would play it in co-op and I would make it a little easy on myself, but nonetheless I still had a really good time also challenging myself. The bosses are great, the level design is amazing, just when you realize that that whole game pretty much, you know, takes place in only one big area. That's an amazing fact about it that I really dig. Also satisfying combat, it has a good stable 30 FPS frame rate, game runs good, you can play, of course, it has a great multiplayer aspect with it, where you not only play co-op, but you can also challenge other people online, which is, you know, pretty good fun at least, because you know there's something at stake there. Bloodborne is one of the most amazing games that came out this generation for sure. It's not necessarily, if you think about it, a game that's really meant for me, but I still had a really good time for it, and when I saw that it was $9.99 in the PlayStation Store, if this is your first Souls game, just try it out. I know so many people are like, I don't know if I really should play these games, but now you have pretty much no excuse. That's why I put it at number 1. You should try out Bloodborne for sure. So in the end, this was my top 10 games of, you know, those that I would recommend, PS4 games in the PlayStation Store in America, that you have to get right now, you know, if you want to get some good, yeah, Christmas presents for yourself. So let me know, of course, in the comments if you've already played some of these games, which games you haven't played, and if you're picking some of them up after I've, you know, recommended them to you. So please let me know that, or maybe give some recommendations to other people in the chat if you want to, of course, if you know some good sales that are going on. So I hope this list helped you out. If it did, leave a quick like, helps my channel out a lot, of course. I appreciate all the support. And then for now, yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you all have a great Christmas, of course. Merry Christmas to all of you, and I hope to see you again next time.